Sammy Hagar is currently on a book signing and promo tour in support of his revealing new tome, Red, My Uncensored Life in Rock. The book details how Sammy rose to fame with Montrose, a successful solo career, and stratospheric rise and fall with Van Halen. As part of his New York City area run of promo appearances, he met fans and signed copies of the autobiography at Book Revue in Huntington, New York. His New York schedule has him running all around town promoting, but he still had a smile on his face for every fan that wanted a part of the Red Rocker. Many who are reviewing the book and conducting interviews are focusing on the juicy parts, like Sammy's observation of Eddie Van Halen, who he said changed into a different person than the innocent and talented guitarist he knew when he first met him. Plus, there's those details of his life and infidelities before marriage. We asked Hagar if he may have been pressured to be more revealing or take shots at people, knowing they needed to sell Red, My Uncensored Life in Rock.
I was just talking to Lisa from Haper-Collins that said, she goes, remember, I said, why is this book being so successful? She says, remember when I told you, you got to put some juicy stuff? And I said, well, there's been a lot of juicy stuff happening in my life, so it's really simple. I didn't have to make stuff up, thank God. But I guess juice sells in the headlines. But in the long run, people are going to get a more uplifting story out of this. Once you get past all the sex, drugs, and rock and roll, you're going to see a really uplifting story and a very positive thing for people to say, wow, if he could do it, I can do it. Because that's really what I want out of this. That's what my mother would want out of this. You know, I got to make sure that that message, that you got to read it from head to toe so you get that message that you can do it and anyone can do it without an education, without any financial support. And you know, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and you know, I didn't have any powerful people behind me and all that. I'm just willing to work real hard, and you can get what you want. And I think that's the success, the story of my success.
As detailed in the book, Sammy came from humble beginnings with a positive attitude, and he told Artisan News he kept that with him through his life when mini dramas, which are detailed in the book, came up.
I appreciate little things, you know, to where. And you just kind of grow up that way, and then as you get older, you realize some of the simplest things in life are the most amazing things. You know, you go down your garden, you plant some beautiful tomatoes, and one year you got great tomatoes, and it makes you so damn happy for about a week or 2 weeks. You know, and it's like there's things that much more complex than that won't make you nearly as happy. So I think it's just the way I was brought up, and it just stuck.
Hagar was asked about doing the in-stores and if he'd change anything.
I would have never put it out. No. This is too much work for me, man. I've never done book signings in my life. I mean, I never did CD signings. Like, I would never go do in-stores my whole career because, you know, my fans were always crazy, and I was a wild, crazy guy on stage, and I'd walk into a record store in the 70s when I'd try to do it, and my fans would be jumping up, wanting me to scream and jump up and go crazy and turn something over, and I go, man, I don't want to, that's for stage, you know, hold on. So I just decided a long time ago I didn't like doing that. It made me uncomfortable, so I'm doing it right now, and this book is exploding and doing really good. But if I would change anything in my life, there is nothing I would change in my life. I'm the luckiest guy in the world right now, and if I asked for any one wish, I would say just let me continue on as good as it is right now. I'd like to be able to have it be this good for the rest of my life, and if I can have that, I'm the luckiest man in the world and the happiest man in the world.
Hagar's book, Red, My Uncensored Life in Rock, is currently at bookstores everywhere. His book tour runs through March 26th in Petaluma, California. The next stop is Friday, March 18th at Left Bank Books in St. Louis. We'll have more with Sammy in the coming days and weeks.